Recently I had a message sent through to me on YouTube that you know, that I had so much makeup and that they were an aspiring makeup artist, and you know, they don't have the amount of products that I have. When I watch other people's YouTube videos, not necessarily makeup artists, but just people who are who have makeup as a hobby, and they seem to be collecting a lot of makeup and then giving off the impression that artists need to have so much makeup. My view is that if you are a professionally trained makeup artist, then you will learn to use few products, carry fewer products, and be able to use them wisely, and be able to or have the skills in able to mix products in order to achieve you know, another result. For example, mixing a matte foundation with a illuminating liquid to produce a satin, you know, a satin finish dewy foundation, and still have the, you know, without having to buy a separate product for that, and then still have a illuminator for when you want it and a matte foundation when you want it. So for two products you're getting three. Or mixing eyeshadow colours in order to achieve a third eyeshadow colours, things like that. Same with lipsticks. And so I decided to show you my own personal makeup kit. That's my kit that I use on myself. But I wanted to show you that you don't necessarily have to have a lot of products to be a makeup artist, or just to have an interest in doing makeup on yourself. And as regards these YouTubers who just seem to be hauling new products every week, and not just 1, 2, 3, like a bag full of products, I do worry that products go off, and you know, if they're not worried about it, that's fine, they can spend their money how they wish. But for anyone else who's watching and thinking, maybe I should have that level of makeup, you really don't need so much makeup. Powders and eyeshadows, do you really need that many? What are you going to do with them? Collector's item pigments? I know it's a question in my mind. I like to have products I know I'm going to use. One thing I do very wisely, and I'll show you, if I buy something from somewhere for my makeup kit, either kit, whether it's my professional kit or my own, what I'll do is I'll split it. I get containers like these from Muji, or little ones like these which I get from the wholesale. I get loads of these, about 200 of these at a time, and I split a product. For example, this is my Makeup Forever illuminator, and what I did is I took some out into one of these and put this in my Zuka so that I could carry a little pot around, and then I've kept this for me. The same with my foundation. In this I've got Bobbi Brown foundation and a face and body, and then I've kept another set of these in my makeup kit, and the full bottle I've put away somewhere where it stays cool. I only need small amounts of these. They're darker colours than I usually use, and you know, I like to have dark colours for myself as well, for when I'm contouring or doing something different. So it's a really nice way to play around with makeup, cost effectively. Split, if you're a student, split products between, you know, your other fellow students, for a cost effective way of, you know, being able to build up your makeup kit, as well as having a variety of products. For example, if you need to get 3 foundations, 1 light, 1 medium, 1 dark, between 3 students, one of you buy the light, one of you buy the medium, one of you buy the dark, and then just split it between the 3 of you, so you've got products. You know, you've then got, each of you got 3 products. You're not going to worry about not using it so much or it going off, because you've split 1 foundation. So in this room on the back wall, I've got a white table, which in there I've got my lip pencils, and then behind that I've got quite a few NYX jumbo pencils now, which I use a lot, and it's a staple part of any makeup kit, I feel. I've got a couple of NARS ones and Inglot ones in here, with some random eyeliners, and then behind there I've got my primers that I was talking about earlier. I got Sugar Pill's little card that I keep in there because I really like it and I love looking at it, so that's in there. And then on this side I've got all my foundations. These are from every make that I've got. I've got Studio Fix from MAC in there. I've got MAC's Face and Body and my Inglot palette to mix on. So that's in there. And then behind here I've got my palettes that I use the most. So I've got my Mixed Z palette, which contains some depotted Glam Spot blushes, as well as some MAC blushes, some Yabi, and some, these ones here from Boots, number 7, and that was a MAC limited edition. I've got this Kryolan lip palette in here, which I use a lot. I've got my lipstick palette, Inglot blushes, there's a brick of 2 in there. And then I've depotted most of my lipsticks into this pill box, just to make it easier to see what colours you know, I want. I just think the clear top is easier. I really hate tubes of lipstick. And then in here is a palette of more shadows, which this isn't magnetic, so the shadows roll around in here, and I've made a mess, and I just don't really use it, and I need to do something with it now. I've got my Face to Face or Makeup International blush palette, which I really love, and some what is that, gold foil paper there. And then I've got this clear acrylic box, which I've got some disposables in. Then I've got my 9 lip tars in this little container here from IKEA, which I got. I got some sample makeup. I got given a whole box of makeup actually, and all of this here, plus these, were in there. And basically it was given to me for me to swatch and try. But I get mouth ulcers a lot, so my mouth ulcer cream's in there. I got some more older lipsticks, as well as some more MAC ones that I need to put in my pill box. So that's just the stuff that's sitting on the desktop here. And then opening up my drawer, I'll just start on this corner. Just get down so you can see properly. In here I've got my OCC full set of foundations, colour, and then in this tray, which all these trays are mostly from IKEA, I've got my foundations on this side. So I've got my full coverage, I've got my mineralized, I've got my bronzers, and then I've got my cream blush. I've only got one from MAC. I've got a highlighter from Makeup Store, and I've got a cream blush from Makeup Atelier. And I've got Benefit High Beam, which I've put in a little sample pot. I've got this Olay eye cream, which I'm not using, I've given up on it. L'Oreal Studio Secrets primer. I've got NYX's 2 eyeshadow bases, and then all these in here are concealers of different sorts. So I've got Makeup Store and Inglots and MAC's and Makeup Atelier, as well as that black Inglot palette at the back is my brow palette. And then just tucked into the side here, I've got some of Temp2's silver, I think this is water-based silver product, silver pigment. And then I've got I think this is from, can't remember now, can't read it. It's just white paint, body paint. I've got some blue body paint. I think this is from Fardell. Whoops, blue body paint from Fardell. I've got some Ben Nye sparkly silver aqua glitter. This is the mixing medium, the waterproof one, the eyeliner one. And then moving along, I've got my Makeup Atelier palette. So this is the lipstick palette. I've got a concealer palette, which is this one, and then I've got their eyeshadow palette. And then next to that I've got my MAC cream colour bases, and then behind there I've got some Inglot illuminator and some OCC OCC primer. And then moving along, I've got samples of primer and foundation, which I hand out to my clients from Inglot. And then in front of that container, I've just got, all these are cake eyeliners from Makeup Atelier. So I've got a brown, I've got a black, I've got a greeny blue with a peacocky colour, and then a beautiful burgundy, and a sort of deep blue. I guess that's a type of peacocky colour as well. And then tucked in there are the matte glitters that I've got for some 3D, some not 3D. MAC powder, Makeup Atelier powder. I've got BLOGSPOT powder there. And then I've got my Avon bronzer, which is really, really nice actually. I really like the finish this produces on the skin. And then I've got some lipsticks which I depotted before I got my pill box. I've got an orange there. I've got Makeup Store's Baby. I've got a Makeup Store gloss in its original packaging and some Inglots in there. And then behind that I've got all my gel liners and paint pots. So there's my MAC paint pots. These here are my Inglot waterproof gel liners. Then behind here are my MAC ones. I go all the way along the back there. And then I've got some paint pot that I took out from my main kit, which is Painterly and Rubenesque. And then behind that I've just got some blot paper and my Makeup Store false lash applicator in there. And then moving along, these little containers here are just from fruit containers. Just empty fruit containers. So I've got all my pigments in here, MAC, NYX, OCC. And then moving along here I've got Barry M's, which I've halved. Half is in my makeup kit, in my Zuka, and then the other half is in here. So I just take them out and I label them. And I like these clear so that I can see the product inside, whereas when they're like... And then behind that I've got a couple of NARS. One's a cream blush and one is a powder blush. I've got two MAC quads. That one came like that, and this one I just put some silvers and yellows in there because I didn't have space. I've got my Sugar Pill palette at the back, and I've got a Chanel eyeshadow, that's a Chanel lip palette, and then a Lancome eyeshadow, and then two Illamasqua eyeshadows, and I've got an aqua something at the back as well, aqua colour liquid, which I haven't used for makeup, but I have used it for henna, for decorating henna. So in this side, this is the only kind of matte eyeshadow palette that I own. That's my one main eyeshadow palette that's mine. The lid is broken, it's from eBay, and that's enough for me. I don't really need to have another eyeshadow palette. The only other MAC eyeshadow palette that I have, I think, is this one. Yeah, it's just got some random eyeshadows in there from MAC. Some are depotted and some are... Oh my god, that one's broken. I don't have an awful lot of my own personal eyeshadows. I've got a Muff Flash palette, which really I could have done without. I don't know, I got caught up in the hype on this one. I do use it, you can see that I've dipped into it, but you know, I could have lived without this. You know, if I'd got, this was about £60 or £70, in fact the price is still on the back, $65.95. I probably got a discount because I got it at IMATS, but I could have done without that and just made do with my NYX eyeshadow pencils, which are much cheaper. When I started watching Petrolude's videos, he used to use a palette like this, if not the same one, for a lot of his looks, and he used to use the white as an eyeshadow base, and you know, that was what I used to use when I first started out. It's only since I discovered the NYX white eyeshadow base now that I don't really use this palette for funky stuff anymore, but it's still there, face paint, and I like having it around. This one here, I've just depotted lipsticks in there from before as well, MAC ones, but really I won't be, once they empty, I'll be cleaning it out and won't be using it anymore. Then I've got baby wipes in there. I've got this beautiful little pigment box which I got just before I got married. I bought it in Damini's, which is an Indian store in Southall, and basically you use these little stampers with a bit of Vaseline. so you basically put Vaseline on the end of there, and then pop them on the colour, and then pop that on your forehead, and that gives you your bindi, your beauty dot, your Indian spot, and a huge range of colours. And I forgot all about this because I never really use it, and I end up touching my face a lot. But then I realised they're actually pure pigment, and I wondered whether I could use this on the face. I don't exactly know whether it's cosmetic grade, but it looks like it could do the trick, don't you think? And there's beautiful colours in there. So I'm going to try it and see. Maybe not safe to put like the red ones on or the dark blue ones on the eyes, but I'm going to try it, and if I react then I'll know I can't. I've got my Inglot lipstick palette in there. I've got some cotton pads. So this drawer I just kind of dump things in, really. I've got a little broken mirror in there. And then at the back I've got 2 trays of eyelashes, all sorts of different eyelashes. I haven't used most of these yet. I got these at iMats, and I really, really want to use them for a look. But I want to make it Indian inspired because they look very sort of, you know, henna patternish. And then I've got glue for covering brows. I've got my threading thread. I've got my tweezerman. Some when I make my jewellery, I've got my pliers in there. Some lash glue, sharpeners, rubber bands. In here, this stuff is amazing. This is steroids. I believe it's a steroid lotion for spots and for acne. And I've got the stronger one, which is 4%. And I recommend this to people to ask their doctor if they have acne. So really good stuff. I've got Makeup Atelier gloss in there. All the stuff that I got for free, or some of it anyway, that I haven't decided what to do with. I've got some cash in there, not much, about 20-30 quid. Sellotape for when I'm doing eyeshadow. This is very low tax sellotape. Some jewellery. And then moving along, I've got some empty containers which I've cleaned out and put back in here for when I need to depot something. I've even got a Benefit one in there that I've emptied and cleaned out. I save everything. And then next to that, I've got all my silicone-based product set from Temp2. So I've got blush. I don't know what I'm pointing at saying blush. I think that is blush. And then I've got some of my shimmer stuff, some of my colour adjusters, some of my high definition colours, and some foundations that I use regularly. It's not the full set. The full set is actually right up back there, but just the main stuff that I use. And I also got a lot of doubles with buying the full set as well, so the doubles are back there. And then in here I've got my alcohol for cleaning the airbrush. I've got fake blood. I've got a Ben Nye bruise wheel. I've got a mixing medium. This stuff in here is kind of for special effects. So you know, it's not a must for every kit. This is only really a must for airbrushing. And you don't really need to have so many pairs of eyelashes. I don't even wear them. So what you saw there was a collection of about 4 years worth of makeup. The things I highlighted that I could have done without was the Muff Flash palette. Even the cream colour bases, I didn't need to get so many of them. I was very attracted to the purple, orange and red of those cream colour bases, and so I got them, but really I don't need them. The lipsticks, I haven't bought them separately. I've bought one lipstick and I've split it in two, one for my kit and one for, half of it for my kit. In fact, 3/4 of it, more than 3/4 for my kit, for my professional kit, and then just a teeny tiny bit for myself, just so that when I'm doing tutorials I have more variety of lipsticks. If I wasn't doing the tutorials, then I could just use 2 lipsticks and 2 lip liners, and that would have been fine for me. I would have just mixed them up. I really do like playing with my OCC lip tars, but that is sort of a luxury thing to have, to be able to have them and mix them up, mix them with other lipsticks and really sort of change it and change the feel of it. So, you know, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't miss them, but I do have them and I do love wearing them. I can wear the dark reds and go out and feel very comfortable wearing them, so I'm really glad I got them. Yeah, so I hope this was useful to you, and have fun with your kit. Really do play around with it. I really got to know my products that way, and got familiar with the texture and the feel and you know, its limitations for certain, you know, certain items. So yeah, have fun with it, and do ask me any questions. I'll try and help you as much as I can, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.